Like I said, the next comedian is also a Belgian, and I want a warm welcome for Hetty Helsmoortsel!
Hi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, who all paid €5 to see scientists fail on stage. But actually, €5 is not that much, you know, because 2 weeks ago I was on a scientific conference on JMML, myelodysplastic syndromes and bone marrow failure in Aarhus, Denmark, where there was no Wi-Fi in the lobby and where I saw plenty of scientists fail on stage. But I had to pay 2,400 Danish kroner for that. And last night, when I wrote this text, 2,400 Danish kroner was 321.712 euros. I mean, 321.712 euros. To hear an Italian clinician talk about a specific gene of interest, or another researcher explaining why we Oh, the Japanese guy leading from his slides, because otherwise no one would understand what I said. I'm Bami Metkip. On the other hand, if I had written this text 2 weeks earlier, what I should have done actually, 2,400 Danish krones would have been 321.649 euros. And those are the moments you realize why Alfred Nobel did not include economy in his original list of Nobel Prizes. I mean, all the time changing your numbers, that's not an exact science you can count on, right? Imagine that today I have 2 strands of DNA, but tomorrow I have 3 strands. Or suddenly the Earth is 50,000 kilometers closer to the sun compared to yesterday. Or today my physician's telephone number ends in 34, but tomorrow I might have to try 33, maybe 35 at the end. My God, I have the feeling my DNA is collapsing, my body temperature is rising, and I can't reach my physician! Of course this leads to instability and crisis. What did you expect? Oh, Peter, no, come on, it was just a joke. Calm down, come on, please. God, no, I know why there is not one economist in the lineup here today. And he kept on going, yeah, but you biologists, you don't even have a Nobel Prize. Yeah, true. But we don't need to add one 73 years later, thanks to a donation to the Nobel Foundation from the Swedish Central Bank. Because everything is biology. Yeah. Last Monday, Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for roundworm parasites and malaria. That's biology, right? Last Wednesday, Nobel Prize in Chemistry for DNA repair, biology. And last Friday's Nobel Peace Prize for the Tunisian Quartet for its decisive contribution to the building of a pluralistic democracy in Tunisia in the wake of the Jasmine Revolution of 2011. How more pure do you want your biology? No, seriously, ask 100 people the first thing that comes to their mind when they hear the word biology. 95% of them will reply, the Tunisian Quartet. Why? Well, for their, I lost it, damn, fuck it. Yeah, okay. No, for their decisive contribution to the building of a pluralistic democracy in Tunisia in the wake of the Jasmine Revolution of 2011. That's right. Anyway, no, seriously, if you do ask 100 people, the first thing that comes to their mind when you hear the word biology, then the top 3 answers are elephants, plants, and sex. Yeah, I added sex because sex sells. Half of the chromosomes compared to the other cells in the human body. However, if you ask me, my top 3 would be DNA, RNA, and Wi-Fi in the lobby. Oh, by the way, I'm a 4th-year PhD student in molecular biology, researching childhood leukemia. And I know in the newspapers and on television there have been plenty of reports about some problems that might hamper scientific research. Things like selecting grant proposals, reproducibility issues, competition, authorship positions. But I can confidently state that for the birth of my PhD, which will be in a few months, I went through all successive stages of decent, modern scientific research. The first year I spent writing grant proposals that were never rewarded. The second year I lost because my results were not reproducible. The third year because we had a fight with another group that was working on the same topic. And the fourth year because of authorship positions. What's the big deal all the time with this authorship position? Well, let me explain. Scientists, they pay each other using authorship positions. Oh, you have 20 childhood leukemia samples for me. Okay, I can give you a 6th authorship position on my PhD student's paper for that. Oh, you double the amount of samples. Well, let's make it a 3rd authorship position then. Still waiting for the moment my boss goes to the supermarket and asks, "Can I pay in authorship positions?" And then the cashier replies, "Sorry, sir, currently we don't take authorship positions because the exchange rate is too unstable at the moment." God, yeah. Last Saturday, Jim Diamond passed away, singer-songwriter. He had a group. His group was called PhD, and their biggest hit was "I Should Have Known Better." Now, one last word about PhD, because a lot of people don't really know what a PhD is. A PhD is something you do after your master's degree. And it takes a lot of work to earn this degree, on average 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years. No, it's not something you get for free, And that's why I get really upset if sales representatives address me in their emails with "Dear Dr. Helsmoortel," or worse, "Dear Professor Helsmoortel." I know it's about the time to finish my PhD, I know, but don't address PhD students with the title Doctor or Professor, because it's higher in rank and you want to be on the safe side. Research your customers. Last Tuesday I got an email, "Dear Doctor Last Name." Come on. True story. And that's why I decided to write a book. And I thought I might as well use this stage to make a little publicity for the book. I wrote a book about how to email, talk, and sleep with a biologist. And I included that last part because a few years ago I had a very good friend of mine who was overwhelmingly in love with a biology student, and she asked me advice on how to sleep with a biologist. And I replied to her, well, the best way to sleep with a biologist is to become a biologist yourself. Because I have to admit, I slept with my boss, and I slept with several of my colleagues many times. In the same bed. The thing is, we spend so much money on lab materials that if we go abroad for a conference, we always have to share hotel rooms or hotel beds. And I hate that. I really hate that, because I value my privacy, especially when it comes to going to the toilet. I just can't stand it if my boss or my colleagues would hear me, come on. And that's why I'm always so relieved that there is no internet connection in the hotel room. Because then I can go downstairs, use the toilets next to the reception, very relaxed. And the only thing I have to say to my colleague is, I'm quickly going downstairs to check my emails. They have Wi-Fi in the lobby. Thank you.
Hetty Helsmoortsel.